Hey everybody, it's your boy Mike Chavez on day 129 of my self-awareness challenge. And if you don't know who I am, you're about ready to find out. I've been on a journey for the last 129 days coming live on my personal page here, talking about different things and getting to know some amazing people. So I'm gonna let Facebook get a couple people to come in here. Gonna tell you guys what I'm talking about tonight. Somebody's coming in. I appreciate you guys coming in. If you guys are just coming in tonight, I just wanted to just really quickly talk about, do you think things in your life happen to you, or do you think they happen for you? And I'll tell you a couple of stories about what I think about that. But first of all, I don't know if you guys have got a chance yet to watch Ryan Perez. I just watched some of his video right now for about 40 minutes. He did an hour and 20 minute stream. And Ryan Perez is absolutely amazing. Okay, you guys, I was totally blown away. I'd never really seen him before. And he's you guys got to check him out. He's got some amazing content that he's throwing out there. So I see some more people coming in. Okay, guys. Now, what I was going to talk about, the reason I was going to talk about, does things in life happen to you or do they happen for you? The reason I was talking about that today is because in one of the groups I'm in, Break Free Go Live, that I've told you guys about, where we do live videos, they had a question of the day today, and the question of the day was, what would you tell your younger self? Like, what would you tell your younger self? And what I shared in the closed group, I wanted to share with you guys tonight because I can't share that video out of the group. So that's why I wanted to do this live, because it really made me think quite a bit about, I don't know about you guys, but there's been so many times, I think everybody could agree that how many times have we said this to ourselves? Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? And I always used to think that way. Why would things happen to me? Why would things happen to me? But what I've learned is when I say that, when I have that mindset of why things happen to me, that's a victim mentality. That's a victim mindset that's very unempowering. So now, when I like to look back at my life, and I look at my life the way it is today, and I like to ask myself the question is, not why is this happening, but why is this happening for me as an opportunity? Because everything, even if it's a bad situation, is something that we all know. Looking back, the older we get, we look back on situations and we don't understand at the moment why it's happening the way it's happening. But hindsight, is 2020. Later we look back and we know that if those situations wouldn't have happened, we wouldn't have come across certain people that we would have come across. We wouldn't be who we are, wouldn't be where we are today. But now I know moving forward, and I always talk about this, once you know, you cannot unknow what you know. And once you know that life and the trials, the tribulations, the problems, whatever you want to call them, the struggle is all part of the process. And it's a blessing to have these, because it develops you as a person and it establishes your story, your testimony. This is all biblical. The testimony, you tell your story about, I basically have been telling my story about how God has been helping me. I know that I don't have all this content and this ability. Cousin, thanks for coming in. I don't have all this content and this ability in my head. I'm not that intelligent, but I really feel inspired. Like I have this energy. My soul is in the right place because my intent is to help people. I found my purpose, and it's to help people any way that I possibly can. So, anything that happens to me now in my life, I am grateful, because I say this every day on my videos. When I first wake up in the morning, I'm grateful that I'm alive because I still have a purpose. There's something left for me to fulfill, and it doesn't matter these problems in life and the struggle and relationships and these things that are difficult in life. They are blessings, because we're alive still, to be able to have these problems, because we still have a purpose. And I believe with all my heart that my purpose is to get my message out, to encourage and help others. So there's been so many videos going on tonight. There's hardly anybody in here right now because everybody's watching other videos. But I just wanted to come in and share this with you guys. So when you catch the replay, I appreciate you sharing it. And yeah, so just, you know, we all have our story about things that have happened to us. And it is all part of the process. You know, it's something that's happening for you, not to you. It's very, very empowering when you realize in life the things that happened are for your benefit, whether you think it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. So that's the way you have to look at it. That's the type of mindset that you have to have. You have to, because if you think about, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? How come I can never get a break? All this negative self-talk is self-sabotaging, because it's the snowball effect. The more it goes down the hill, the more momentum it picks up, and the bigger it gets. And it's the same thing, that you feed into the negativity. And that's what happens. Next thing you know, it's too late. That's when your life is falling apart. And, you know, the thing is you have to replace the way you think about situations in your life. Don't think of it as a problem. Think of the solution. Don't think I have to figure out this problem. Think of, what kind of solution can I come up with? These are the kind of empowering questions you have to ask yourself. What kind of solution can I come up with? Not how am I going to take care of this problem? What kind of what is the solution to this? What am I supposed to learn from this? And that's another thing. When I'm going through something, I'm in a difficult situation, or things aren't going my way, the first thing I say is I ask God, what am I supposed to learn? What am I supposed to be learning? What am I supposed to be learning? Because every time I resist learning a lesson that I'm supposed to be learning, that problem or lack of solution always persists. It always comes back. Victor, thanks for coming in. It always comes back. It always comes back. So if the problems are never going to go away. The issues, the procrastination, the lack of confidence, it's never going to go away unless you face it head on and you realize it. And that's what this self-awareness challenge has done for me over the last 129 days. Is made me check my ego at the door and admit my faults and what I need to work on. And that's the true definition of self-awareness, is realizing what you need to work on, but also realizing your strengths. And I feel that throughout this whole process, my biggest strength, Steve, thanks for coming in, I appreciate it. Tony, thanks for coming in. You guys are finally starting to pop in. Mr. Perez is probably done on his other video over there. I see people coming in. So yeah, you have to, you know, have the mindset, you know, that head like a bull, man. You just got to keep going. You know, I saw some people come in and I lost my train of thought. I was getting some fire built up in me, but yeah, you know, it's all about the blessings of the trials and the tribulations. I tell this to people all the time, and this is a really good analogy that I like to think about. They go, oh, my life's so hard. I'm struggling so much. This person said this about me. This person doesn't like me. You know, this is happening and this is happening. And I was like, you know that Jesus was perfect, and do you know how he was persecuted? I said, so even being perfect, imagine how Jesus was persecuted. Okay, remember that. So if you're suffering and you're having problems, you know, just like me, just like you, if you're suffering and you're having problems, you're in great company, because we're not perfect, and the perfect one was prosecuted and persecuted, and he was perfect. So I have to realize that if I'm being persecuted for doing the right thing and having the right intention to help other people and to spread a message of hope and encouragement to others, that's my purpose. If I get resistance for that and I'm persecuted for that, then I'm in great company, because I'm far from perfect, but I'm still, that's my mindset. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's about having an audience of one. The audience of one. And that's God. That's it. because that's the only thing at the end of the day that's going to matter. That's the only person that's ever going to judge us. You know, when we feel guilty about things and other people try to be your conscience, try to be your inner voice, we are already hard enough on ourselves. We don't need the external people. That's why the people that are closest to us, when they criticize us, I'm talking family members, spouses, so on and so forth. This is just me talking. The people that are closest to us, they get the wrath the most because in a sense they're trying to be your conscience. And you already feel guilty. I've already feel guilty enough about some things that I may have done. But then to have somebody else try to be my conscience and try to, you know, give me shit or give me a hard time for what I've done wrong when I'm truly trying to be forgiven, you know, that's just I don't know, I'm going off on all kinds of weird stuff here, but the people that are closest to us basically get the brunt of it, and that's always been the case with me. But anyways, you know, problems are a blessing. So I'll just kind of try to wrap it up with this. If you're struggling and you're doing the right thing, this is the key though. You have to have your heart in the right place. You have to be praying. You have to be having faith. Because lack of faith is sin that God's not going to take care of you. He doesn't like that. So if you're praying and you're doing the right thing and you're trying to help people and your heart is in the right place and you're still struggling, you're in great company. Because don't forget, Jesus was perfect and he was persecuted and he was prosecuted. So if you're struggling, then you're in good company. Okay? So the craziest week, some negativity, the ones I love the most. I work on it every day. Yes, it's true. You know, it's hard. It's difficult. You got to listen, though. You got to listen to them. You got to hear them. And when you think somebody's being negative, it's kind of hard to take that energy in, take that in, and let it go. You know, you kind of get that feeling like, oh, I got to let it go. I got to let it go. Because, you know, when people are being negative about you, I say this all the time. If somebody's spreading negativity or they're giving you bad juju, man, it says more about them than it says about you. Because there's an old saying that they always say, you spot what you got. So if you see something negative, you see something bad in another person, more than likely, it's something that you see in the mirror when you look in the mirror. I can say that from personal experience. Because if I'm looking at another person and I'm thinking negative about them, then where's my mindset? What business is it of mine to be thinking negative about somebody else that I've never met, or just by the way they walk, by the way they talk, by the way they dress, so on and so forth? I know to a certain extent, right? But I'm just saying in general, negativity, man, no bueno, no bueno. So, all right, thanks. Hey, Ryan, thank you for coming in, my man. I was just giving you some shout outs. It's funny, I figured you must have just gotten done on your live because a few people started popping in because it was like crickets in here for a few minutes when I started this live. But yeah, man, I was just basically talking about life events, struggles, so on and so forth that happen to us in our lives. You know, if we're gonna have we have two choices. We can have the mindset of why is this happening to me, the victim mentality, or we can have the empowering, abundant, right mentality to, you know, why is this happening for me? What am I supposed to learn from this? What am I supposed to learn from this? What am I supposed to learn from this? That's my mantra. When my wife is yelling at me for something that I did wrong, or I can't figure it out in the business, the client is just not hearing me, I'm not connecting. What am I supposed to learn? 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 That's my mantra. What am I supposed to learn? What am I supposed to be learning? That's what I say to myself over and over and over and over. When I get in any type of situation that I can't figure out, what am I supposed to learn? And then my brain starts getting the answers. And that's how it's supposed to work. Your brain, you ask and you shall receive. As corny as it sounds, it's true. If you believe it and you have faith, ask and you shall receive. So I really appreciate you guys popping in. I'm starting to ramble and just talk about all kinds of different random stuff, but I appreciate Josh. Let's see who else came in here. Thanks for sharing, Josh. You always share. Thank you so much, brother. Steve Perez, Team Perez, always sharing. Ryan Perez, loved your message. I got to watch a bit of your video tonight. You were absolutely amazing. Tony, thanks for coming in. I appreciate your comments in there. Let's see who else came in. Ryan, I saw you come in. Mandaver, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for sharing, Steve. I see that you shared. Victor, I hope you're doing well back getting situated here in Cali. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you guys, every one of you. I always tell you guys, I'm just looking through the comments. My cousin Eric came in. I always tell you guys, most important thing we have is our time and what we focus on. I'm very, very humbled that I am in your world right now and you're giving me your focus and your time. I'm very humbled. So I don't like to make my videos too long, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I look forward to everybody's videos. By the way, just to let you know, it inspires me to do mine every day. Even though it's 129 days in a row, I still find inspiration from everybody that I watch. And that's one of the only reasons that I think that, you know, this community, the way it's being built up, it enables us and brings each other up. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.